Greatest, wonderful friends, welcome you all. How nice to have good, continuous, regular, sincere audience. It's always good for the Vaktas. Very encouraging. Good that this endeavor of studying the Upanishads we are continuously continuing by our efforts, God's grace. May this lead to the clear understanding of the truth which is expounded in the Upanishads, which is the purpose of our life. May we even reach that also in this very life. Lokasevaka Adi Vyaktitvas, let us be mindful. Let us also be aware of the need of the Krupa of the Parabrahma Ishvara Jagannatha, Devatagana, Gurugana, Shastragana. Different stages for different purposes. We need their Krupa Anugraha. Let us also know how to invoke it. Let us be fully involved in that only. To be convinced about all these things along with complete knowledge and information that we are every day sitting here to study our Shastras. Shwethshwathara Upanishad, third chapter, we are studying the highest knowledge given in a simple form. This Upanishad's speciality is that. Na anyaha pantha vidyate anaya. Said so simply. But how important is that knowledge? Ya etad vidramrutaste bhavanti. So simple it is. But then, is it not a complete knowledge? Can there be any knowledge higher than this, greater than this, important than this? So slow. But given in a very simple way. Bas, le lo aap. Like in Gita also, Bhagavan Krishna gives the profound knowledge in such a simple manner. It is the kindness of our rishis and munis and gurus. Further, what is there about the truth, about our realizing it in the next mantras, we will be studying it. Friends, before that, like every day, our Veda Mantrocharanam, common sense thought, Prarthana Sankalpa, Upanishad Mantrocharana, and Upanishad Mantra Adhyayanam. In the Veda Mantrocharana, yesterday we have seen Saptamanuvaka. Today we will be seeing the Ashtamanuvaka. In Ashtamanuvaka also, we have asked the things that are uh, required for the yajna, they are all asked for. Okay. What are they? Idmaschame means the proper samidhas required to use for the yajna. Barhischame, bari means जो दर्भ होता है ना, जिसको बना के पवित्र के रूप में हाथ में लगाते हैं उंगली में. Vedishchame, the proper yajna vedika. Dhishtiyashchame, for the hota to sit properly, the sitting place. Sruchaschame, the srucha. Chamasashchame means the vessel in which the somarasa is put. Gravanashchame means another little bigger patra where the latas from where the somarasa is taken is kept. Swaravashchame, they are another type of utensils. Uparavashchame, little smaller than ones. Adhishavanechame, they are called another. Drona kalashaha, Vayavyani, Puta Brachame means mud made such patras. Then Adhavaniyaha, Agnidra, Havirdhanam. Then Grahashchame, proper houses. Sadaschame, buildings. Purodashashchame, Pachatashchame, Avabhrutaschame, Swagakarashchame. So in this way, All things are required for yajna. Yajna be conducted well, and its blessings should come to us. In this way, if each of them, if you see, again that can be explained, what are said so far. So in today's parlance, what we can say is, O Lord, to propitiate you, worship you in Saguna and Nirguna Rupa. Whatever is required, please provide us with. अब इतना मांग लो तो हो जाएगा. May our lives be smoother, easier, simpler, non-complicated, so that we are able to live life well and also become your instrument. Let us chant. ॐ इद्मश्च मे बर्हिश्च मे वेदिश्च मे धिष्णियाश्च मे सृचश्च मे चमसाश्च मे ग्रावाणश्च मे स्वरवश्च मौपरवाश्च मे दिशवणे च मे द्रोणकलशश्च मे वायव्यानि च मे भूतभृच्च महाधवनीयश्च म आग्नेयीद्रं च मे हविर्धानं च मे गृहाश्च मे सदश्च मे पुरोडाशाश्च मे पचताश्च मे वभृतश्च मे स्वगाकारश्च मे. Again. इद्मश्च मे बर्हिश्च मे वेदिश्च मे धिष्णियाश्च मे सृचश्च मे चमसाश्च मे ग्रावाणश्च मे स्वरवश्च मौपरवाश्च मे दिशवडे च मे द्रोणकलशश्च मे वायव्यानि च मे पूतभृच्च महाधवनीयश्च म आग्नेयीद्रं च मे हविर्दानं च मे गृहाश्च मे सदश्च मे पुरोडाशाश्च मे पचताश्च मे वभृतश्च मे स्वगाकारश्च मे. Again. इद्मश्च मे बर्हिश्च मे वेदिश्च मे धिष्णियाश्च मे सृचश्च मे चमसाश्च मे ग्रावाणश्च मे स्वरवश्च मौपरवाश्च मे धिशवणे च मे द्रोणकलशश्च मे वायव्यानि च मे पूतभृच्च माधवनीयश्च माग्नेयीद्रं च मे हविर्धानं च मे गृहाश्च मे सदश्च मे पुरोडाशाश्च मे पचताश्च मे वभृतश्च मे स्वगाकारश्च मे. Again. इद्धमश्च मे बर्हिश्च मे वेदिश्च मे धिष्णियाश्च मे सृचश्च मे चमसाश्च मे ग्रावाणश्च मे स्वरवश्च मौपरवाश्च मे दिशवणे च मे द्रोणकलशश्च मे वायव्यानि च मे पूतभृच्च माधवनीयश्च म आग्नेयीद्रं च मे हविर्धानं च मे गृहाश्च मे सदश्च मे पुरोडाशाश्च मे पचताश्च मे वभृतश्च मे स्वगाकारश्च मे. Again. इद्मश्च मे बर्हिश्च मे वेदिश्च मे धिष्णियाश्च मे सृचश्च मे चमसाश्च मे ग्रावाणश्च मे स्वरवश्च मौपरवाश्च मे दिशवणे च मे द्रोणकलशश्च मे वायव्यानि च मे पूतभृच्च माधवनीयश्च म आग्नेयीद्रं च मे हविर्दानं च मे गृहाश्च मे सदश्च मे पुरोडाशाश्च मे पञ्चताश्च मे वभृतश्च मे स्वगाकारश्च मे. Very sorry. Today's common sense thought. 3. Yes, friends. In today's common sense thought, 3 things we have to be mindful to help ourselves. First is, please, as we are studying our Shastras, um, start believing in and fully believe in in our own interest in the Karma Siddhanta. We have studied so much in so many of the Shastras. The Karma Siddhanta is key. We get what we do, the result of it. Doing good or bad, leading to the good and bad results. Exclude. Shankara Sadashiva Sada Sabhapati Namo. Anji friends, yeah. So we were talking about three things in common sense thought believing in. First is let us believe in the karma siddhanta completely fully. That was we were discussing. Whatever we get is result of what we do only, and whatever we do, the result of that we get. Only a dead things cannot do anything, so cannot get anything. Therefore, don't blame anyone for any of the results we get. Generally, as we become spiritual, grow old, physical problems, so many other things come, then we become so frustrated, tend to become Nastika and blame God. I have done so much of worship to you, etc. Oh Lord, you are not taking care of me, you are not there, I don't believe you. We become more and more terribly. All compassionate Lord tried to now avoid all that he could avoid. Only which he could not, he cannot, he gives the phala of that. That faith we have to have in him. And he gives the result of what we do only. He is not erratic to give anything. Isn't it? So it is our karma. Being aware of it, every moment, keep on doing good, better karmas to get the better results. And in the stones, there is no opportunity for both to do bad and suffer, to do good and enjoy. In living beings, let us focus on we, the human beings, have the opportunity. Knowing or unknowingly, we misuse the opportunity of that freedom of purushartha or doings for negative, and we get the result and we blame someone else. Let us stop that. We are the cause. So we have full freedom mm, to do good or bad. No, do good. Keep on getting good result. Who says not? Knowing this, doing good, people are getting so many great things. Look at them. We also get it, isn't it? Why will Lord gives? नहीं नहीं नहीं, भगवान ने मेरे को घुटने का दर्द किया. अरे भगवान घुटने का ही दर्द क्यों दिया? Why didn't he give paralysis? Why didn't he give the other headache or stomach ache or what do you call the variety of diseases that are there, including heart? If he gives everything, ना? यही क्यों दिया? और तुमको ही क्यों दिया? है ना? People as they become old, ना bedridden हो जाते हैं. They cannot move. Then they have never done any study of Shastras, not understood all these things. Isn't it? Therefore, they just blame everyone. If कोई मिला नहीं, free में तो हमेशा है ही भगवान. They do it. By that, what they do? They develop their nastikata, and by anybody when you curse them, definitely you get sin. अब भगवान को ही तुम गाली दे रहे हो, तो फिर वो तो और भी बड़ा पाप हो जाएगा. उसका भी रिजल्ट होगा. आप डरा रहे हो और डरना चाहिए. अरे जहाँ डरना है नहीं डरते हो, जो नहीं डरना है डरते हो. व्हाट डरपोक यू आर. पागल है क्या? Clear? Karma Siddhanta belief relieves us from many pains. Karma Siddhanta belief tells us, tempts us, makes us do good karmas. And it is a fact also. जिसने जो किया उसको फल मिलना ही है. Are we clear about it? Karma Siddhanta, and are we aware of it every moment and are trying to do the good only so that the good alone comes to us in future? Think. Even others also, when they are suffering, don't apply karma siddhanta on them, even though it is true. But from our side, what best we can do to relieve them from their dukkha or pain, on that we have to focus. That becomes our sadhana, our expression of goodness, etc. So that we should. And don't wait for someone. स्वामी आज कोई आया नहीं बीमार इसको मैं ठीक करना चाहता हूँ. Be happy if somebody nobody is suffering. So कर्म सिद्धांत बिलीव करो पक्का कि मैं ही हूँ करता मेरे जीवन का, है ना? Then only we will be doing correct things. Do bad and get bad result and blame someone who will take it, isn't it? But I don't know. Then that is also mistake. You have to know you are a human being. See, by all these things, if you observe, na, Bhagavan corners us only. In such a manner, we have to become wise. This first wisdom is to maintain the outer life. Then the next higher wisdom is to grow spiritually also. Clear? Now, the second one is equally true that we have to believe in the Bhakti Siddhanta also. That's such a huge universe when we are seeing cannot be just like that running, no, by itself. There's nothing called automatic here. The principle is there behind the divine. You know, who is the one who is blind? No, yesterday, day before, in our evening, Prashnottara Ratnamalika, the one who's seeing the world and yet is Nastika, disbeliever, he is the most blindest person. देखते हुए भी अंधा कौन है जो नास्तिक है. What is the meaning here? So you're seeing so many things happening in the world. How can they happen automatically? There is a divine principle behind. He need not come physically to appear to anyone. That is his dignity. अब देखो कोई offices में the boss. For months together also he is not seen by the subordinates. Not required. He is passing the orders, work is going on. बढ़िया है. Why should he come physically? And how many people are we seeing physically from whom we get the things and all? हर एक को तो हम नहीं देख रहे. Which farmer has grown the rice, paddy or sabji which I am eating? Did I see him? But somebody is there, no, who made it. Everything if you see that. In the same way, मैं आंखों से देखूंगा ही तब बिलीव करूंगा, that is wrong. भगवान is very much there. Saguna also, Nirguna also. So in that belief of Bhakti Siddhanta, therefore, he being the owner of total, when we tune to him with that bhakti, all the processes that are given, it is so good for us that he keeps us on a right track. He keeps us very near to him. He cautions us. He protects us from by stopping us from doing the wrong. Subuddhya yojayanti. Most important is he gives us subuddhi. What for the life has to be lived. That vision comes to us when we are very close to God in brackets Guru also. Like when the children are very close to parents, parents pour out all their experience and knowledge to them. And in how many houses we see that the daughter and mother sitting and discussing, daughter asking questions, mother too is very wise answering. Thus she is educated. In how many houses we see that stupid daughter once become 14, 15 years, never cares mother and never listens and never learns and becomes shaitan, seeing your elder brother, your parents, anybody. We get the experience or knowledge from them. Our proximity with the Lord also enables the Lord to bless us. So, the Bhakti Siddhanta, we have to believe in our own interest. There is Ishvara, there is Paramatma. And how many kathas we see in our Purana ki the bhaktas doing their bhakti, Bhagavan came, blessed them with everything. Even after listening to all that, if we don't know whom to blame, then we only have to be blaming ourselves. कर्म सिद्धांत को जितना बिलीव करते हैं, भक्ति सिद्धांत also we have to believe. They are not contradictory. They are complementary. Deeper knowledges you will have as you again and again listen and study Shastras. The connection between these two. Isn't it? We also have to grow in our antakarana, its purity, subtlety, to grasp all these knowledges. है ना? दे दो हमको ज्ञान ऐसे देते हैं लेकिन you can't take it. It's given. It's not given, it is taken. It is always given, but we are not taking it. Very disturbing today. It was not like that. Okay. Then the third Siddhanta, more details you think about it. Bhakti Siddhanta also we have to firmly believe and be engaged also in our upasanas to Paramatma every day with beautiful sankalpas, beautiful processes followed so that we are always in the good books of the Lord. He is very closely taking us into his heart and is just protecting us properly. All that we facilitate to the Lord by our devotion to Him. By having the belief in this, the Bhakti Siddhanta, in which the presence of the Lord, His powers, all of them are understood, accepted, and we can tune to Him to be taken care of by Him in all aspects. Bhakti, Bhakti, Mukti, Sarvam, He will give us. I know. So beautiful. In so many Shastras, we see all that the Bhaktas being blessed by Paramatma. We have to believe and show that belief in practice. Like Karma Siddhanta, we believe and show it in practice by always doing some or the other positive karma. है ना? Just बहुत थक गए to go to sleep. Other than that, continuously we are engaged in Satkarma or Satbhakti. That's how we have to mold ourselves. Whatever obstacles en route, they have to be conquered. And the obstacles are our ignorance only, our disbelief only, our ashraddha, our non initiative, our inconsistency, our getting misguidance from others. These are the main reasons by which we don't do the best for ourselves, the karma, the bhakti. उन obstacles को conquer करते हुए we have to be keep on being in that satkarma path, sat bhakti path. Beautiful it is as a human. That's how we have to evolve. And then see who is the one poking always us from within our own mind only, becoming obstacle even now. When somebody is giving us these bits of wisdom, our intellect wants to understand, but there is another fellow in our mind, which is called our mind, which is refusing, which is refuting, which is disagreeing, which is becoming frowning, which is disliking. देखो inside only, उसको हमें जीतना है, उसको observe करके attentively. Why this feeling of disliking in me to these words of wisdom? Why the disliking in me in understanding, accepting? Why am I not following? Why is it so? Oh, my mind, why are you troubling? That mind was trained by us only in that way. knowingly or unknowingly, mostly ignorantly. अब पता चला ना, अब धीरे धीरे mold करो. Like you have molded your mind. Now it doesn't question you when you have to come for the morning class, isn't it? It's agreed. But evening class again it is not agreed. Or any daytime class or any other sadhana. है कि नहीं? तो इसके लिए उसको मोल्ड किया, तो मोल्ड कर सकते हैं. So first observe the inner enemy, then mold him. Correct? In the same way, let us believe in the yoga siddhanta also necessarily, wherein along with the causes, the vrittis of the chitta have to be regulated, controlled, maintained. Such a manner, what is not required should not come. Klishta vrittis. What are required that should come? The aklishta vrittis. स्टार्टिंग में कहा ना योग दर्शनम में वृत्तयः पंचतयः क्लिष्टा अक्लिष्टा. पांच वृत्ति है. प्रमाण विपर्य विकल्प निद्रा स्मृतय. These are the five vrittis. But they are klishta also. What is klishta? Avidya, asmita, raga, dvesh, abhinivesha, yukta. Aklishta means instead of avidya, vidya. Instead of asmita, sharanagati. Raga, dvesh की जगह balance of the mind. No abhinivesh. In the panchavrittis. ये भी योग सिद्धांत है. It is me, it is my mind. I have to mold it quietly to have this type of positive thoughts and ability to remove the negative thoughts and ability to stop the unwanted thoughts. हमारे यहाँ 10% पॉजिटिव होते हैं थॉट्स, 20% नेगेटिव होते हैं, 70% अनवांटेड होते हैं. Neither positive nor negative but useless thoughts. In that yoga siddhanta, all of that is curtailed. Then a lot of time, energy, attention of the mind are with us. Use them for the correct work. So, yoga siddhanta का भी हमें बहुत जरूरी है जिंदगी में. Then the last one, the jnana siddhanta, wherein the Brahma Swarupa, the Atma Swarupa, the Paramatma, the reality behind, beyond everything. About that also we have to have full faith, and that is our final goal. Upanishads cater to that subject. We are luckily studying it. A good beginning has happened. Very small amount of time in our evolution of many, many, many lives we have given so far. Maybe of 4 or 5 years. That also 1 hour per day, or maybe how much you are attentive, I am attentive, we all know. So what we have given is very minimum. If any time if it appears स्वामी जी बहुत 5 साल में बहुत कम मिला हमको, तो क्या हमने दिया भी कम ही था फिर. बहुत बहुत देना होता है पाने के लिए भी, isn't it? So we made a good beginning. We will not stop. Always tell to yourself, as I tell to myself, the Shastra Adhyayana should become day by day intense only, not weak. Adhyatmika Lakshya Lakshana should become intense and deep only. No worldly thing should, you know, what do you call, distract us from it. In this way, अपने लिए निरंतर संकल्प करते रहे, इसी मार्ग में रहना. ठीक है. All the four siddhantas are perfect. You know, the jnana siddhanta is like the beak of the or the head of the bird. The bhakti siddhanta, yoga siddhanta are like two wings for the bird. The karma siddhanta is the balancing tail. पीछे. Then only the bird can fly in the sky. इस तरह से completely get the knowledge of all of that, their position, their requirement in life, all. And when we study Vedanta, Bhagavan Adi Shankara's literature, when he does the Nishedhav jnana karma samuchaya. What is the standpoint from where he is speaking? We should be matured enough to catch it. Again, when we study Mandukya or the Yoga Vasishtha, where they talk about the Ajatavada only, from what standpoint they are talking it, that also we should be able to grasp it. That ability should be there with us. They are not contradictory. They are different standpoints at different levels of maturity, levels of truth. Understood? What Shankara Bhagavan says of Khandana Jnana Karma is true, because when you are attending to the Advaita Tattva Jnana, why do you dilute yourself with again karma? And as he time and again proves, what contents that are there in the karma, what contents that are there in the jnana, they are totally different. कर्म में अनेकता है, अद्वैत ज्ञान में एकता है. Karma is bahirmukha, jnana antarmukha. In the karma, we have to have the anatma definitely. In the jnana marga, shuddha atma. In the karma, we have to have all the upadhis. In the atma, the beyond upadhi. अब दोनों में इतना opposite है. And you are trying to go this side, then you have to drop this, no? Isn't it? So therefore, he is right that time. We should be able to appreciate his kindness in guiding us there ruthlessly, which is required. And what we are saying, or Krishna says about requirement of karma, karma yoga, uska position भी clearly हमको पता होना. Given the antakarana is ashuddha, rajoguna, tamoguna, other than karma yoga, nothing helps us to come out of it. Isn't it? So, when any of the guru talks about one thing, particularly only that, he is only trying to enhance in our heart the importance of it. And if he says, therefore, other paths are very bad, don't do them, then he is not complete. Or डर रहे हो. He should tell the position of each one of them. And like Krishna in Gita, he tells the position of each of the sadhanas. And he tells, you are at that level, therefore you need that sadhana. इस तरह. So in among all of them, all are important, but more focus we are giving today on the first one, the Karma Siddhanta, wherein don't blame anyone, don't blame the God, don't incur the sin by continuously blaming others for our own miseries. We are the cause. हमने किया कर्म दुष्कर्म जो भी था जाने या अनजाने में. And one answer is, then I've done so many good things in life, I never did anything bad to anyone throughout life. I was honest only. I did puja to the Lord so much every day. Even Guru Seva, सब किया मैंने. इसका फल कल मिलेगा. ये वेस्ट नहीं होगा. अब जो मिल रहा है फल, ये कल का था. People have this, no? So much I have done, but what I have got? See, all this dukkha. These investments are for future, my dear. What you are getting is now for the past investments. इतना कॉमन सेंस नहीं है तो क्या फिर who can help if somebody has chosen in this way to suffer with his own arrogance and ignorance? Other than watching that cartoon, what can we do? Like we are doing all this class, इसका फल आगे होगा. अब whatever the sufferings, miseries we are going through, that's not because of this class. स्वामी जी आपके क्लास में आते फिर भी हम क्यों दुखी होते? अरे भाई, इसका आगे मिलेगा. ये अभी जो दुखी हो रहे हो पहले के कारण. पहले मतलब कल क्यों क्लास में नहीं आया उस कारण से. ठीक है, कर्म सिद्धांत में. एंड व्हेन इट इज अदर्स, it is for others also their karma only giving their phala, no doubt. But as sadhakas, that empathy, that sympathy, that kindness, those things we have to possess. After all, we have to grow in our those beautiful positive emotions, na? Of diluting or reducing others dukkha, sharing others dukkha at all. यही है फिर मेच्योरिटी. वो पद्धति रखा है भगवान. That's why the wife suffers, the husband sits there, shares that dukkha, haath pakad ke. When he says nothing will happen, doctor, that's a great thing. Pashus cannot do that much in that. So believe all four, every one of them are very important. Goal is the Jnana Siddhanta, help is from the Bhakti Siddhanta, help taken is from the Yoga Siddhanta, and we have to always mindful about the Karma Siddhanta. Only we have given names, we will not explain any one of them in detail, I know that. Om, Om, Om. Om Sahanavautu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma Vidvishavahai Om Shanti 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 Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahma Vidya Sampradaya Kartrubhyo Om Sarishibhyo Mahadhyo Namo Gurubhyah Om Yerime Guru Vipurvam Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Kruto Vande भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः निधये सर्वविद्यानां विषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करं करुणावरुणालयपालय मां भवसागरदुःखविदूनवृदं रचयाखिलदर्शनतत्त्वविदं भवशङ्करदेशिकमे शरणम् ओम ब्रह्मानंदं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्य अधिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तन्नमामि परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्तब्रह्म विद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः संकल्पः तेषां कृपया उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्ष कैवल्य प्राप्त्यर्थं सनातन धर्म से विश्वव्याप्ति विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगत्यर्थं सनातन संस्थापकानां निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थं अनेक शास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये कृष्ण यजुर्वेदीय श्वेताश्वतर उपनिषदः अद्य शंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मोक्षार्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे ओम नित्यानंदं निराधारं निखिलाधारम् अभयं निगमाद्यगतं नित्यं नीलकण्ठं नमाम्यहम् ओम सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ओम शांति 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 14, 15, 16 ओम अथ तृतीयोऽध्यायः सहस्रशीर्षा पुरुषः सहस्राक्षः सहस्रपात् स भूमिं विश्वतो वृत्वा अत्यतिष्ठद्दशाङ्गुलं पुरुष एवेदगं सर्वं यद्भूतं यच्च भव्यम् उतामृतत्वलोके सर्वमावृत्य तिष्ठति. Friends, we have done the ninth mantra yesterday. Ki yasma param, higher, aparam, something else, na asti. Na aniyah asti, anutaraha, na jayosti. Mahattara. Then this reality, that iva stabdhaha nischalaha. What is the way to discover him as? Divi means Dyotana Atmani means Sve Mahimni. Tishtati. Sve Mahimni Dyotanatmani Tishtati. So where is he? What is his nature? Because after all description, still we try to search the Lord in some or the other form, isn't it? So here it is said, he is Divi means Dyotanatmani means Sve Mahimni. It is in his Swa Mahima that he is Chaitanya Swarupa. That is the way the Lord has to be realized. And that Chaitanya is not object. Every object is Jada. The knower himself is Chaitanya. Okay? Sakshi Drugeva Natu Drishyate. So, what is the nature of Paramatma? Whenever such doubts come, is Sat Swarupa, Chit Swarupa. And that Sat Chit is Ananta. That's why there is no Dukkha. That is why it is Ananda. Being Sat, being Chit itself is Ananda. Tad kalatrayepi tishtati. Chit means pure consciousness. स्वे महिम्नि द्योतनवति. ठीक है जी. तिष्ठति. And he is एकः. Advitiya. What is the meaning ekah? One without second. He is not ekah. In contrast with dvitiya. Is ekah means advitiya. Therefore, wherever there is Chaitanya, it is one Chaitanya only. They are not two, it's one. And it is continuously there, everywhere it is there. Divi tishtati ekaha advitiyaha. Now next one is, he is called as Paramatma. Tena advitiyena Paramatmana. By that Dyotana Swarupa Advitiya Paramatma, idam sarvam purnam. Everything is filled with Purna means Nairantaryena. Nirantarata. Unbroken. Antar nahi. Interruption or breakage is not there. So the fourth line is Tena idam Purnam. Means idam sarvam Nairantaryena vyaptam. Purnena Purushena. Tena Purna Purushena. Tena Purnena Purushena. Idam sarvam Nairantaryena vyaptam. Can we lift our intellectual apprehension to that level? That this Dyotana Purusha is always there. Idam is always vyapta by this Chaitana. We try to understand Chaitana with the thoughts, and we can't understand. And the thoughts many times do not try to understand Chaitana. Therefore, it appears that Chaitana is there sometime, is not there sometime. That is our mistaken observation. Actually, the Chaitana is always continuously there. In that, the intellect is there. That intellect is sometime in Nidra Avastha, sometime it is in Bahirmukha Avastha. With that intellect, we think the Chaitana is there sometime or not. But intellect hai ya nahi hai, how are you knowing? In Nidra, nothing is there, isn't it? How do we know? The Chaitana was there. This information we are lacking. Now we are getting it. We are explaining the word Tena Purnena Purushena Idam Sarvam Purnam Vyaptam Nairantaryena Vyaptam. By this conscious self, everything is all the time permeated completely. Trying to explain that, we just gave this idea. The consciousness in me is conscious of all the three avasthas coming and going. We are living at intellectual level. And we are trying to apprehend the consciousness. Whereas the intellect itself is aware by that awareness. Isn't it? Usko hame pakadna hai. मैं के रूप में. That will come in the further shlokas. Now, idanim brahmanah purvokta karya karanatam darshayan. Finally, the karana karya, both are the Brahman only. Having spoken that, in that Jnaninam, the one who has this knowledge pakka, to him Amrtatvam, immortality. Those who don't want to gain this knowledge, doesn't want to abide by this knowledge, they are called as Itaresham, the others. For them, samsaritvam cha darshan. For him, the samsara. Not that for one person the moksha is coming, he is going for it. Not that for the other person the samsara is coming, he is going for it. I am going to touch the electrical wire and getting the shock. Or I am touching that soft petal of a lotus or rose, I am feeling the tenderness. They are not coming. Okay, ji? So the three things here are Karya Karana is Brahman, point one. Two, the one who has this knowledge is Mukta Purusha. He will be freed from all the bandhana, he will get the immortality. Third, the other one is going to continuously suffer. सो अज्ञान के कारण ही हमें दुख है का अर्थ ये है आत्मज्ञान का नहीं रहना ही अज्ञान दैट्स द फर्स्ट रीजन फ्रॉम वेयर many other reasons may come later on all of them together become causes for the dukkha reverse karo solution be when the atma jnana is gained all other ajnanas also conquered all problems miseries also end. Good mantra this one, 10th one, we are chanting it 2 times. Tato yaduttaratam tad arupam anamayam ya etat viduhu amrutahate bhavanti atha itare dukkham eva apiyanti. Again, tato yaduttaratam tadarupam anamayam ya etat viduramrutaste bhavanti अथ इतरे दुःखमेवापि यन्ति सो ततः यद उत्तरतरम ततः means from the seen jagat yat that which is uttaratar so there is something uttara to the jagat to that taram means again the uttaram is this paramatma word meaning we explained what is the indicated meaning is what the cause of it we have to go into the cause of it from where it is coming into what it is going. Either you take it objectively or subjectively. And if you see the world is outside there, then what is the cause of the world? If you go, there also help of the scientist if you take, they can take us up to the subatomic level. और भी आगे जाओ और क्या मिलेगा आपको केवल सत्ता ही मिलेगा प्योर गॉड एग्जिस्टेंस within ourselves also because the knowledge is happening in me like when I'm seeing a lamp objectively go behind the lamp from where it has come you will reach the brahman only or subjectively go in the sense the lamp is seen by my eyes are seen by my mind the mind is seen by the buddhi is seen by the chidabhasa is because of the chit is because of the sat in either of the way of the inquiry, from the seen object, you have to reach to the truth. Truth alone is expressing in the form of this object. And when you look at outside, you will reach the sadvastu. That's called sat pradhana vicharana. When you subjectively inquire, you reach the chitvastu. So it's called chit pradhana vicharana. Finally, consciousness. Because without this inner consciousness, the chidabhasa cannot be. Without Siddhavasa, Yukta Jiva, Buddhi cannot be. Without the Buddhi behind, how can Mana Indriyas be? Without Mana Indriya, how can I say it is a lamp or any picture? And without the Jnanam, the picture is non-existent. The other side, without the Satta, the picture is Asat. And that Sat Buddhi, Asat Buddhi, what we are studying in Gita is this one. I'm just telling, Tato Yad Uttarataram means how we have to inquire. Then Tad Arupam Anamaya. That reality is Rupadi Rahita. And in Rupadi only there are modification. And because of modification, there are an Amaya means Dukkhas. Amaya means disease. Disease means Dukkha. In him, there are no Rupa, no modification, no birth, death, Therefore, no amaya is equal to no dukkha. So tataha yad uttarataram tad arupam tad anamayam. Then ya etad viduhu. Ye means whoever they may be. Etad, this Brahma Tattva, viduhu, know as their own selves. Te amritaha bhavantu. They themselves realize their immortal being. Atha these were not knowing this substratum, the reality, getting lost only in the projected upadhis, itare dukkhameva api yanti. Again and again. Api means again and again. Yanti means reach to. Dukkhameva, the misery. So here, amrita bhavanti, you have to understand is equal to sukham prapnot. Here, dukkham evapyanti is equal to mrutim prapnot. So in this here, dukkha and mrityu here are there. Out of these two, dukkha is said, mrityu you have to add. There, sukha and amrutatva are there. Out of these two, amrutatva is said, you have to add the sukha. So in the Atma Jnana, there is amrutatva prapti, ananda prapti. In the anatma or atma ajnana is equal to anatma tadatma, there is mruti and dukkha. The death and misery are here in samsara. The immortality and bliss are there in paramatma prapti. Parama atma prapti. That recognize it and we identify with it. We can disidentify, disown the self and identify with the upadhis and suffer. We can identify with the self, disowning the upadhis, and can be blissfully immortal. Are you wanting to be blissfully immortal or miserably mortal? दुखी होते होते मरना है या अमृत स्वरूप में सुख से रहना है? दिस इज नॉट श्रेय प्रेय चॉइस तुम्हारा. ततो यदुत्तरतरम तदरूपमनामयम एतद्विदुरमृताः ते भवन्ति अथेतरे दुःखमेव अपि यन्ति. Now this one let us study with Bhashyam Bhagavan's. Tataha iti, I am commenting on the mantra 10 starting with the word Tataha. Patayega Guru Maharaj, we are ready to listen. Tataha. Tataha means the Panchami Vibhakti, than, more than, faster than, other than. So Tataha. Tataha means from what? Idam Shabda Vachyat Jagataha. Idam Shabda Vachyat Jagataha. Tata means other than the Jagat, which is named as Idam by us in our transactions. In other words, whatever is seen by us in the dream or in the waking, inside or outside, as Idam, known to me, is called Jagat. Therefore, Idam Rupa Jagat se, other than, greater than this Idam Jagat. Okay? Idam Shabdavachya Jagata Uttaram. तथा यद उत्तरम कहा ना, उत्तर तरम कहा. उत्तर एंड उत्तर, डबल उत्तर को उत्तर तर कहते हैं. सुपरलेटिव. फर्स्ट उत्तर ही इज एक्सप्लेनिंग, देन उत्तर तर आल्सो विल एक्सप्लेन. तो इदम शब्दवाच्यात जगतः उत्तरम. उत्तरम मीन्स व्हाट? कारणम. अभी हमने डिस्कस किया कि नहीं, द कारणम. फिर ततः भी उत्तरम इज कॉल्ड उत्तरतरम. And what is it? It is Brahman only. And what is that Brahman? Two things. One is Karana of that Karana also, from this side. And from that side, he is immaculate. Therefore, in him, Karanatva is not there. Therefore, there is no Karya coming from him. Therefore, he is Karana Karya Vilakshanam or Vinirmukta. यहाँ शंकर भगवान भाष्य में left in between some, fill up the blanks for you and I to understand, because he expects us to do so, because it's at 9th Upanishad we are studying. Already इतना पढ़ा तुम लोगों ने, तो मैं बीच बीच में मिस कर दूंगा, आप ऐड करो. This is what it is. What you see is idam jagat, and idam jagat's karana is maya. It's called uttara, and उसका भी कारण उत्तरतर, कारणात karana is parabrahma. So from this side, इसका उत्तर माया है, माया का उत्तर परमात्मा है. Uttara means कारण. Uttara. But from that side, if you see, has Paramatma changed? No. If he has not changed, has he become Karana? No. Then, if he has not become Karana, has any Karya comes out of him? No. Then what is he? Karya Karana Vinirmukta. Wonderful. From the wave standpoint, the Karana is the ocean. And the Karana of the ocean is water. But did ever the water be attended to lose its form of waterness to become ocean or wave? No. It is always there. The water is neither the cause, the ocean, nor the effect, the wave. It is Karya Karana Vinirmukta. Isliye it can be in a glass also, without being an oceanic size, without any waves in it. है ना? निर्मल पानी आप देखो, हिलता ही नहीं. Good explanation, na? Good thought it is. Yad uttara taram, tataha yad uttara taram. उत्तरा इज कारण, उत्तरतर इज कारण का कारण यहां से, लेकिन वहां से देखो कार्य कारण विलक्षण. इदम जगत इज ततः, उत्तर इज द कारण ऑफ इट, द ईश्वर द माया, उसका भी कारण इज द परमात्मा. फ्रॉम दैट साइड ही इज नॉट कारण, देयरफॉर इज कार्य कारण विनिर्मुक्तम. सो ततः इदम सत्यवाच्यात् जगतः उत्तरम कारणम, ततः अपि उत्तरम, व्हिच इज दैट कार्य कारण विनिर्मुक्तम. कौन है? ब्रह्म एव इति अर्थः. दैट इज कॉल्ड एज ब्रह्म. इत्यर्थः. तद, about that Brahman we are saying few things. One, arupam means rupadi rahitam. Arupam rupa rahitam, but he is not stopping there. Bhashyakara rupa adi. So rupa rahita, nama rahita, guna rahita, vikriya rahita ityadi. Rupa adi rahitam. Next, anamayam. In him there are no amaya. Amaya, general translation is disease. Disease is called dukkha. Therefore, amaya is called dukkha. Dukkha is called tapa. Therefore, trivida tapa rahita. Anamayam adhyatmikadi tapatraya rahitatvat. Adhyatmika means at the body level, mind level, upadhi level. Adi bhautika from other beings. Adi daivika from the unknown sources. There are no tapa in Brahman, because in Brahman these are not there, first of all, to give misery. है ना? They are not there. Therefore, there is no these three tapa. Like 10th floor से नीचे गिरना cannot happen in dream, because in the dream this 10th floor building is not there. In dream if you fall, it is a dream building. It is not the outer one there. वहाँ है ही नहीं वो. In the same way, in the pure Parabrahman, these three being not there, Adi Daivika, Adi Bhautika, Adi Atmika, the tapa also will not be there. तो ततः यद उत्तरतरम तद अरूपम अनामय. हो गया. नेक्स्ट वन. या एतद् विदुः, whoever know this. What is the knowing of it? अमृतत्वेन अहम अस्मि इति. दो बात. One, they realize that Brahman is Amrita, means Mruti Rahita, means Vyakriti Rahita, means Jara Rahita, means Vriddhi Rahita, means Janma Rahita. First thing, Janma, Vriddhi, Jara, Vyaya and Mruti Rahita. Point 1. 2, that is me. Amritatvena aham asmiti. They, Amritaha, Avarna Dharma. That means what? The choice is there. The Mritaswarupa Upaditadatmya, and go on feeling that Mruti and suffering. It's all in your choice. The Amrita Swarupa Brahma, you identify with it. then there is no mriti. That's why first thing is ye etadu amritaha bhavanti. Then ata itare ye na viduhu. Those who don't want to know this knowledge, identify with that Brahman, they dukkham eva api yanti. They always suffer the dukkha only. So all our dukkhas will end only in realizing our Amrita Swarupa Brahma. No, I don't want to. Then you will never free be from miseries. You will have lots of happiness, but that's the gap between two miseries. That's all. Dukkhamivapi yanti. We're all relaxed now. But are you in Brahma Jnana Nishtha? No. So this relaxation is going to give you dukkha too. In one way or the other. आदि भौतिक आदि दैविक आध्यात्मिक कोई ना कोई ताप तो होगा ही नहीं, होगा ही आपको. Because not realize the self. It's not sentiment. हाँ? तुम ना आत्मा को जानो तभी तुमको दुख से मुक्ति को, नहीं तो ना पिटाई होगी तुम्हारी. Not that way. The nature of the self is miseryless bliss. The nature of the not self is the blissless misery. That's the reason. ठीक है? So therefore, what this shloka and the meaning should guide us for to become the Atma Prapti Sadhak, Amrutatva Prapti Sadhak. If that thought is not strengthened in us, our listening is not up to the mark. Mistake both of the speaker as well as the listener. जब इतना स्पष्ट से कहते हैं, the one who knows the Brahman is immortal and the other fellow suffers, what it means? श्रुति का कहना हो गया है. Then how we have to respond to it in our interest? That is where is the wisdom. The whole problem in life is we are arrogantly, what do you call, negligent towards ourselves. अहंकार के साथ हम अपने आप को इतना निर्लक्ष्य करते हैं. And that's why we suffer. Everywhere we are negligent and we are arrogant and we are anyway ignorant. And we act we are innocent. And proof is we are stupid. सब मिलकर. We have to be carefully mindful about ourselves. आध्यात्मिकता मतलब अपने ऊपर दृष्टि लगाओ, अपने दुखों को दूर करो. अब कर ही नहीं रहे हम. We are all risk mongers. We take every time risk, and in every risk we fall in risk only. We suffer. With our ego and wrong knowledge, we keep on taking risks. And what is the risk? Rejecting Amrita Swarupa Paramatma and identifying with the Upadhis. It's a risk only. And many risks when you take in life, you may not suffer. But these are the risks, definitely we suffer only. Because they have nothing but to give suffering, the Upadhis. But why take? When there is a possibility of realizing the self and identifying with it, why not choose that? प्रॉब्लम यही है ना, कोई हमको जबरदस्ती कह नहीं सकता. पर पाप एंड पुण्य फल ईश्वर कैन गिव, but to become jignasu mumukshu and do sadhana, he cannot force. He can only tell, force nahi kar sakta. That's where the limitation even of Ishvara and Guru. Ishvara will punish me for my papa, will punish me, result, give positive result he gives for my punya, but he cannot force me. His helplessness I have to understand. Because he loves us, he gives us freedom. No, we have to know that. Like the very loving children know the parents' helplessness of inability to tell, so they themselves understand and do it. है ना? In a matured relationship में कहना नहीं पड़ता, है ना? A matured relation of oneness between the members, उन्होंने क्या कहना है अभी, बोलने की क्या जरूरत है. बोलना पड़ रहा है का अर्थ क्या हुआ? Our relation has come to a down level. Then next level में क्या होता है ना, बोलने को भी हम नहीं समझेंगे. Then we start reacting. That's what happens. In the beginning days of marriage, कहना ही नहीं पड़ता. She makes everything ready for him and he brings everything. बाद में कहना पड़ता है. बाद में कहने के बाद भी नहीं होता है. बाद में कहने के कारण लड़ाई होता है। फिर कहना भी बंद. They started with not talking, they end with not talking. That was full of love, this full of hatred. Nah, right. Think about it. Tomorrow, few thoughts of this again we'll browse through and we go further to listen to Guru's guidance regarding the explanation about the Paramatma. Sarvanana Shirogriva Ityadi. Thank you. Om 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 Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shant Shant Shant. Hari Om Sri Guru Brahmarpanamastu. Spend 15 minutes for Gita. Please come.